Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, as you very well may know, or most of you do know that have been following me on this channel, we talk about this all the time. There's a big difference between the word dumb and stupid. Dumb is when you don't know nothing. Stupid is when you do, but act like you're dumb. Such is the case of this story I'm about to tell you today. And this story right here is head scratching. You see this dude up here? This dude's name is Stacy Footman. He's 49 years old, from New Haven, Connecticut, where this crime took place. Ladies and gentlemen, and one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, this man, Sunday night that just passed, saw a police car with the lights on, pulled over at a stop. This guy walked up to the car, y'all, looked in the car, saw it was a cop filling out a report in the passenger seat. Do you know this fool jumped up, got in the car, and took off, tried to take off with the cop in the car? You'll never guess what his excuse was. Check out this footage.
A couple of blocks away on Congress Street, a man is accused of stealing a police cruiser with an officer inside. We've been telling you about this case. That suspect faced a judge in New Haven today. News 8's Eva Zamaris has more on that court appearance.
Surveillance video captures the moments New Haven police say a man approached a police cruiser with an officer inside before getting into the driver's seat and taking off. This all unfolding Sunday night outside the police substation on Congress Avenue. Fearing for the safety of others, we're told Officer Carlo Rock pulled the steering wheel, causing the cruiser to crash into a church nearby.
He's just sitting in the car doing a report, unlocks the door to get out to help a citizen, and he's basically kidnapped. The guy jumps in and takes off. He knew he had to bring this to a quick end, and he did. So really respect him, really proud of what he did.
New Haven Police Chief Carl Jacobson visited the church on Tuesday, making sure everyone is okay.
It's just about following up, letting the officers in the community know we care about them.
The suspect, 49-year-old Stacy Footman, is facing a number of charges, including larceny, kidnapping, and assault of public safety personnel. He appeared before a judge at New Haven Superior Court on Tuesday.
Mr. Footman expressed to me that he's working through some psychological issues, and this conduct, as you can tell, is mental health related and addiction related.
The public defender who's representing Footman asked for a lower bond, with the judge ultimately setting it at $300,000. We've learned that the suspect has a lengthy criminal history dating back to the early 90s. Here in New Haven, police say he's been arrested more than 80 times. As for what's next, Footman will be back in court at the end of the month. The chief says Officer Rock, who was injured in this incident, will return to work. In New Haven, Eva Zamaris, News 8.
Wow, that's the story of Stacy Footman, a 49-year-old street ninja that kept it real. Real stupid, that is. Said he was charged with larceny, kidnapping, and assault on the public safety personnel, namely a police officer. Public defender sitting in there, tried to get his bail reduced. They gave him $300,000 bond. Why would he have any bond? Said this guy was arrested over 80 times since the early 90s. 80 times. Only 80 times? He was going for the record. He was going for the C note. 100, I guess. Either way, I told you before, some people can't be helped when you leave stray dogs by the side of the road, no matter what size they are. This guy right here, what's in him is in him. Did you hear his excuse? That's the part I want to key on. Did you hear his excuse? I'm going through a lot of psychological issues. Also drug use, my addiction issues. So what you was going to do, sell the cop car for crack? Or whatever drug of choice you had? The cop car had the lights on it. Why would you go near it and you know you have a lot of brush-ups with the law in a negative way. He went and looked again, got in the car. The guy grabbed the car and crashed into a church, thus hurting himself. He wouldn't have got no bond. Hey, we can kill, if I was a judge, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, Mr. Stacy Footman. We can solve that. Don't worry about it. We'll take good care of you. Trust me, you've been here before. You know, if you didn't, you wouldn't want to go back. To deal with your psychological issues, we'll give you some psychotropic medications while you're in there so you can do good in population and deal with the community of criminals that you like being around. Second of all, what we'll do is, you know, as far as your drug use, we'll take you off the streets a little bit. So prison can be your rehab. That's how I would have solved it. Another thing is that cop, this thing must have happened fast, because the cop, if you listen to the audio, cop didn't even have a chance to say what you're doing. I think when he got in the car, the cop never put his head up because he thought in his head it's the other officer, or I don't know if it was him that got in the passenger seat just to fill out the report, but he might have thought it was another officer, because I don't know if they was partners or not. They had 2 officers, it didn't state that. Either way, when he looked up, the car was in motion, and then the car took off squirrely as hell. Back of the car spinning out and everything. He got to grab the wheel. No cop thinks somebody gonna just jump up in the car and take the damn car. That cop should have popped him. I would have, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm in charge of that vehicle. You got a hell of a nerve. Boom. I was in fear for my life because the way that car took off. Who tries to take a car and kidnap a cop? I was on drugs. I'm crazy. Yeah, we'll fix that. We'll fix it. Either way, man, this is one of the stupidest stories I've seen in a while. You 49 years old and still in the street. The game done way since passed you by. You done seen everything and done everything, especially with what you just did. Ain't no more incarceration. People keep jumping into that negative spotlight to let you know that they ain't learned their lesson from the last time they was locked up. Show them the flowers, get them out of here. Either that, strip their citizenship and send them to an island. You know what I mean? Where they ain't no, you know, they're around a bunch of people like them and they can try to build from the Stone Age or the Wood Age or whatever resources they got out there. They can have their own community. If there's so many people up here against the death penalty and all this other type of stuff, send them out there. That little trip that you send these prisoners to, I'm slobbing, that you send these prisoners to, takes away from all of the money brought in to feed them. But people don't see it like that because there's money to be made and locking people up, whether they crazy or not. And this guy right here is as dumb as, well, stupid as they come. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.